Alright, so you'll notice all of our control objects currently, they have transforms on them. And when animators get rigs, you don't want to ever give them an object that has control objects on them. Or not control objects, but transforms. We don't want transforms. We want them all to be zeroed out. So 0, 0, 0 on 0 translates, 0 rotates. Okay, so to get out of that and away from that, you can actually select all the control objects. So I'll select the hips, and I will go all the way down to the end. And so all of our control objects are all selected. And what we can do now is go to the Comet tool menu, and we can go to Joints, Hierarchy, and we can say zero out. Okay, so now what that does is it actually grabs the control that we currently, so we grabbed all of our controllers, so you can see now. So that head controller actually has 0 transforms, nothing on translate or rotate. Okay, but the top node actually has that translate on it now, or the transform, which is totally fine. Okay, so now what we want to do is kind of organize, and so to organize this, what we kind of need to do is think about this. Okay, so when we rotate when we translate and rotate our root controller, what do we want to follow that? Okay, so we do want the hips to follow this. So this needs to be a child of the parent. Okay, so it's a parent-child relationship that we really want to think about as we're building this out. So with this being the daddy object, okay, so we want this guy, actually this is going to be our very most top node. Okay, so it's going to start at this node, and we will go all the way, so this is basically our zeroed out. So what we want to do is grab our hips, that top, this node, and actually select the root, and we'll just hit P for parent. So now we have our hips. So now when we select our root and we can translate, our hips are going to follow, and we can also, when we rotate, it rotates the hips as well. Okay, but once we put all the IK and everything in there, it won't do that. So if we want our hips to our hips will rotate by themselves when you select them by themselves. Okay, so with the left leg, we want the legs to follow the hips. Okay, so actually with the feet, we want our feet to actually, so if we open up all of our feet, all the left, we'll start with the left. Okay, so we want the toe to follow the ball, and we want the ball to follow the ankle, and we want the ankle to follow the knee, and then the knee to follow the leg, and then the leg to follow the hips. Okay, so now if you hold down the shift and plus, you'll get all these. So if you select these, we'll get that rotation the way we envision it. Okay, so if we do select the root as well, you can see that it's following along. That's how we want it. Okay, so now we just need to work over to our right. So we'll just open up all of our right. And so we'll go toe to ball and hit P, and then ball to ankle, P, ankle to knee, P, knee to leg, P, and then the leg we want to go to hips and hit P. Okay, so now when we select this, the root, we see that we have all of our control objects following that. All right, so now how I want you to think about it is we're going to come from the top and then we're going to go back down to the root. So when we select our root and we rotate, we're going to want the spine to follow the root, okay? But we also want these to follow, we want to think about, so the head is going to follow the neck is going to follow the chest is going to follow spine 2 is going to follow spine 1, and then spine 1 is going to follow the root. So we really want to think about how we set this up, okay? So we want to open up our spine 1, spine 2, chest, neck, head, okay? So how I want you to do this one, we want to go head to neck, parent, neck to chest, parent, chest, control. So we're selecting the control 0 node, and then spine 2, parent, spine 2, control 0 to spine 1 control, and then we'll grab our spine 1 control 0, and we're going to go to point this to the root and parent. Okay, so now we select that spine 1 and we rotate all the children. So spine 2 is a child, okay, vice versa. So now if we were to collapse or open this up, we hit the plus and we can actually select all of our control objects. Okay, and now you get that nice rotation on all those objects. Okay, even here, if we're gonna bend them backwards and forwards, you get that nice follow. All right, so now we want to actually work on our fingers. Okay, so with the fingers, we can actually look at, say, our left hand control. This control is going to be an FK control, and so I just want to actually make sure that that says FK. Okay, so that is an FK control, and the reason why I know that is because the IK one is the cross and then the circle is the FK. FK meaning just a regular rotation. Okay, so with this, what I want to do is actually so I want the all the fingers to follow. So with that, I'll start with the pinky and open up the pinky, and so I want 3 control 0 to follow O2 control, hit P, O2 to O1 and P, and from here I actually want this to actually, I'm going to leave this at the pinky right now, because there's just a few things that I want to be able to control over that. So middle finger is going to go O3 to O2 and parent, O2 to O1 and parent. And then from this one, I will select the pointers. And so it's O3 control 0, so we're selecting that 0 node out, okay? So this is the 0 node, we're going to the actual control object, so O2, parent, so the 0 node to O2, 0 node to O1 control and parent, okay? So now when we select our pinky, and if we go to just controls and rotate, we get that how our pinky should be. All right, we get that just like so. Actually, this may need to be adjusted before we move on. Just I want to make sure that these objects are, and they are kind of at a weird, so with the pinky, let's see here. Yeah, so currently right now when it goes, it looks like it's like that rotation is off. So I just want to make sure, so I'm going to turn off the mesh. And so those locators, actually these bones, are going that way. So what I want to do is actually, so I'm going to fix this. I'm glad I figured this, seen this. Okay, so I'm actually going to just grab all these and delete them, and also select these locators and delete them as well. And so from here, I'll just grab that. Actually, I want to do this for both right and left. So I just want to grab my right pinky, control objects, and also, yeah, that should work. So now we select these joints. And so we'll select the first one, and we'll select this one, and then we're going to just hit Shift P, so this is going to just break the connection. And now from here, I'll bring the mesh in and hit 4 or 5, 6 actually, and then X-ray joints, okay? So with X-ray joints turned on, we can actually just make that change on that rotation, okay? So from here, I do want to rotate, I want to rotate all of these joints actually, so let's see. So I'll grab all 3, and then I'm going to rotate some E and component, turn off so this should, yeah, that rotation got a little messed up. So actually I'm going to select this guy, this top one, and just rotate this how I want it. So now these, just trying to visualize how that, there we go, that should look right now. So just hit F. There we go. And so actually going to just select the left pinky and go to the hand and hit P for parent. And for the pinky, I'm going to actually just delete that and then select the pinky, left pinky 01, and go to so go to the rigging and then skeleton and mirror joints. Okay. Actually, because, let's see, so I'm going to unparent that guy. Don't want the left to actually be a part of anything, so I'm going to delete the right, select the left pinky, and skeleton, mirror joints. That puts the other side over on the right side where I want it. Then I'll select the right, select the left or the right hand and parent, and then the left pinky to the right hand and parent. Okay, so now with those selected, we can grab our left pinky and open that all the way up, and then our right pinky, open that all up. So 1, And so left and right pinkies. Okay, so now we can go to Comet, Shapes, Circle, X. And then if we hit 4 and then F8, select them all, hit R, and then we can actually scale these guys. Scale these up. Alright, just like so. So now these rotations, so these, since we changed these, we need to fix them. So here, again, go to Comet Tools, Rename, and here I will call this right, suffix underscore. Actually, I'll just name this underscore control. And so this is the pinky, so we'll go pinky and set 2 for the padding. So rename, add prefix, add suffix, and this guy will rename, and then change this one to left, left, add suffix. And then we want to select all of these and go to Comet, Joints Hierarchy, Zero Out. Okay, so then these we want to actually, we want these guys to follow each other, right? So we want 3 to go to 2, 2 to go to 1, and then we can collapse 1, and then so left pinky 3 control 0 to O2 control is parent, and then O2 to O1 parent, like so. Okay, so now, whoops, no F8. If I select the right, this should look proper, which looks right to me. Just that rotation was off just a bit. Okay, so from here, alright, so I want here is, so right arm FK and right elbow FK. So I want the elbow FK control 0 to follow right arm FK control and then parent. And then here I'm going to want the control 0 to follow this guy right here, the clavicle. So if I parent that, and so here I'll go to my elbow and then left arm, so I'll go the control to the zeroed out control and select the upper control and parent, and then I'll grab this guy, and this is the parent of the control object, and then I'll select the object for the clav. So now when I select the clavicle, his arms should work properly. Okay. So